Ready?
Yeah, started.
Welcome to the Pete Show, Redneck Brewing with Country Pete Edition. I'm Country Pete.
I'm Pete Noir.
And I'm Happy Pete.
And I don't think the last episode we got people's names. Well, this is Redneck Brewing, so we don't, whatever. So we are racking a, what Country Pete is calling his holiday sizer. This is what we're going to drink at our Christmas party and our Thanksgiving party this year. It was brewed on the 8/15, so it's like almost 2 months, pretty close. Get the siphon going. This is called racking. Yeah, rack. This has 10 pounds of Costco honey, 12 ounces of Grandma's Molasses Blackstrap Edition, 5 gallons of apple juice, also from Costco, half a tablespoon of ground ginger, half a teaspoon TSP. Is that teaspoon or tablespoon?
Wow.
TSP. Half a tablespoon of ground nutmeg.
Tablespoon. That's a new one.
Tablespoon or
Teaspoon.
Yeah.
I think you've invented
The tablespoon.
the tablespoon, which we could market, I'm sure, on late night TV. Are you tired of being indecisive on teaspoon and tablespoon?
I feel terrible.
I feel better with a teaspoon.
Hey,
So what was the
Anyway,
teaspoons
what
one
was
and
the starting
tablespoons.
gravity?
So I'm not finished yet. There's more. There's more ingredients.
Okay.
There's 3 cinnamon sticks and 20 cardamom pods.
Cardamom.
Uh-huh.
Also, we have 1 tablespoon of DAP, 1 tablespoon of yeast nutrient, and 2 packets of Lavin KV1116. The starting gravity was 1.06, which doesn't make sense because our last one
The last one was a 108.
was a 108, and it had 10 pounds of honey and just the mixed berries and 1 gallon of apple juice. So how is this less?
Because it's a bigger batch size.
Oh, yeah, because this wasn't...
You clearly had this filled way higher.
Yeah, it had to be
than
some
5
water.
gallons.
Somehow some water got in here and some other stuff got in here.
So this is a lower gravity because it's a bigger batch.
Bigger batches are better. All those channels that have 1 gallon batches, those are all punks.
Country Pete,
What are those over there?
are you wanting to have
3 1
instead of
gallon
going
batches.
like that? It's like plus double.
Those
You
are
want
those
to
are
go
off
down
those are
some-
off camera.
Probably.
They might as well be imaginary.
Man, I don't know what happened to Happy Pete this week, but he's got his...
Well, Stabby Pete's not here, so someone's got to give you some.
I can stab somebody. That's
Country Pete feels abused.
it's like some very fancy.
Also, Miss Country Pete did say that this you don't want air to be added at this point. All the alcohol is probably out of here, so you don't want any air added to the thing. So you want to get the thing all the way down in the water.
Country Pete, I'll be honest, man. All these ingredients sound pretty fancy for redneck brewing.
Ooh, look at that color, though.
It is a sexy color. It's a color I would say if I was your doctor, I'd say drink more water.
I'd probably do that over there where it's flatter.
He's a flat earther, guys.
Be careful. There's flat Earth members all around the globe.
So it looks like it's one. It looks like it's one. It looks.
I didn't get it until she laughed.
That was a great one.
You flat Earthers are.
Do you want to
fucking
double check my
idiots.
math?
What?
Yeah, double check. I got it as 1000 again.
Oh man. No, it's just these are some very country. These are some very fancy ingredients. I mean, they're very very holiday driven, but like. I think redneck brewing is like there's like half box Pop-Tarts in there.
Yeah, this is definitely like an old redneck who's been doing stuff for a long time.
Yep, you're right on again. 1000. So another nice dry one. Sure. So what's the
If we only had a clip.
What's that come out to?
1.6. I swear that has to be wrong.
I don't think so, based on your batch size.
It's like
I've got surgically perfected eyes. You want me to look?
it's the blue line, at the bottom of the blue line.
65 is the bottom of the blue.
So you were looking on this scale.
Yeah.
This is a triple scale. So
Yeah.
there's 1060.
Oh,
And
one-
then-
1060 because we're
And then we're
it's
following it over to here,
a freaking hydrometer.
which is almost 8%. So like 775. maybe.
Right. It's been a long time since I haven't read this particular brand of hydrometer. I don't want to put this anywhere.
Just put it in the. And we also, this is all sanitized. We have a bucket of sanitization water over here, and we are sanitizing everything.
My use of hydrometers is very simple. Work on the North Slope, making 9 pound, 10 pound, 11 pound brine using sodium chloride, calcium chloride, and sodium.
Oh no, Johnny, that's
sodium-
getting a bunch of stuff from the
sodium-
bottom end.
It's
Sodium,
fine.
sodium bromide, sodium bromide, or nickel nabber.
Hey, you want to be clear.
We try to get as clear as possible,
Yeah.
but it's already down the bottom. It's already stirred up, so we're
How to teach kids to make salt water.
El Burro.
First, we take the water from the ocean, and then we refine it through the RO, remove all the.
That is a little bit
solids,
cloudy.
And we add salt.
If someone dropped it in the bottom while I was pouring somebody's. So you'll get the unclear one. But me and Pete Noir, that looks pretty clear already. It looks like
Wouldn't
it's
have hit
clear.
the bottom if you had a clip.
Fuck me. If we only had a clip. If we only had a clip.
Ooh, that is.
Just gotta mention, I recommended
That is
that.
strong smell, sir. That is. It's good though. For a second there, it was like when you open the box for your Christmas decorations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's exactly what that.
So what do you think,
Open the
Jameson?
chest, like-
So you should let Jameson taste yours, see if it tastes different without all the stuff in it.
No, I don't. It ought to taste the same.
Ooh.
This has got a strong flavor.
Woo.
Something should have been.
Cinnamon.
Is that what you taste?
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
yeah.
the spicing is overdone a bit.
Oh,
Woo!
oh yeah.
Some of that might have been from using
Woo.
like ground.
Ginger.
What all you say was in here?
Ground ginger, ground nutmeg, cinnamon sticks, and cardamom pods.
Oh, cardamom.
I
Maybe.
taste the cardamom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were there. I ground up the
But
cinnamon sticks.
it could,
Oh.
Oh,
it
it'll
could mellow out.
mellow out.
Yeah, oh, it's definitely. This is just racking from primary to secondary. Time will definitely.
This is like licking a spice rack.
Your girlfriend goes in and just takes all the spices and put it in her mouth and whooshes it around and gives you a big kiss.
Yep, that's why I married a Spice Girl.
All right, you're getting a clip next time because that is so stuffy.
That's
You
the
know,
first.
you said there was molasses, but
Yes,
I don't even.
12 ounces of molasses.
Normally, that's got a real powerful flavor. Did you notice?
No.
I kind of don't notice it here, but I think it's just because the other spice is just so much in your face.
Because you've got
Because
you've got nutmeg, cardamom, and cinnamon all.
although I'll be, I definitely looking at El Burro's face when he had his drink of it. It definitely could tell that it was going to be strong before I tasted mine. But his face actually it doesn't taste as strong as his face made me think it was going to taste when I had it. I actually like it the way it is. I don't think it's bad.
I think it's on track to be something I would
It's like the
drink,
Johnny plays.
but I also think this recipe could definitely use some tuning.
Yeah.
Yes, I think next time I'll do not ground. I'll actually get like the fresh ingredients.
That would probably help, or you could even just use less of the ground stuff. The ground stuff goes a long way.
So the other big thing to know here is that all these ingredients are currently in here.
You can tell from all this.
Yeah. So it's the other thing we could do is have it only sit on the spices for a month. Move it to primary. I bet if we tasted this a month ago, it wouldn't have been so strong tasting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can do that.
Because I understand that the longer that the thing sits on the juice, I mean, it sits on the herbs, the
With,
stronger the flavor gets.
I have a question. With meads, would it be possible to do in this kind of apparatus to do like a small like spice pouch?
Yes.
Something you could remove later, almost like a boo.
I've totally
yeah.
done that. They
Yeah.
make nylon hop bags
Nylon
that you can just put hops
Yeah.
in when you're making like a beer
Yeah.
and put it in like a giant tea bag and pull them out. And I've done the exact
That
same
way,
thing.
that way you can infuse, but not have to leave in or worry about, like you said, worry about the ground adding too much pungency to.
I usually do those when I'm using like a plastic fermenter, like we had earlier for the dragon's breath, and you put one of those in, then it's really easy to take out.
Yeah.
That can be tricky. With,
I think that would be
glass carboy next.
Yeah, I need to get another one of the. I need to get another plastic carboy. Definitely think a couple more plastic carbos would be better. The other thing you can do with this, I was like I said, I've been doing more research since I brewed this one. They have you get one of those bags you're talking about with the herbs in it, and then you put a magnet in it, and you put the magnet on the thing.
Yeah.
And then you when you after it's done primary fermentation, because a lot of people don't want the herbs in primary fermentation.
I usually do that kind of stuff in secondary.
Yeah, so I did this in primary. I might, if I did the same spices in secondary, maybe I get a different flavor. But like so, I've been drinking a ton of the Witch's Brew.
I'm starting to get the ginger now. Sorry.
No, please speak.
No, it's coming through more. Your ground ginger. It's coming more on the tongue. Not during the drinking, but definitely the after palate. I'm getting a lot more of that ground ginger on there. Because it doesn't have the it's not spicy. Not spicy. I know we're using spices, but it's not almost ginger. Like raw ginger has like a heat to it, almost like a bite.
The weird thing from this, though, I would say, is that the spices are so.
That's what that is right there.
It's like a wall of spice, and then I can sort of feel the 5 gallons of apple juice.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm not sure if I'd spice this the same way if you'd used no apple juice. Would you taste it at all? How much flavor does it actually give? Although it's so tough sometimes to tell the flavor profile with stuff.
Apples.
Because it's more like your mind thinks about the flavor like as a complete package instead of like breaking it up into small things real well.
Apples it's a great flavor profile for cardamom, cinnamon, nutmeg, and so it's like a light touch of citrus if you have it.
I didn't add any orange or anything to this.
Okay.
I added the molasses. I thought it would give it a nice. This is. So I was going for more like an apple pie type Christmassy flavor. But I definitely still. I think I'm still pretty happy with this flavor.
I will totally still drink this when it's done.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, if you remember the Witch's Brew, it's sort of this is only 2 months old. The Witch's Brew I do differently though. We'll taste the Witch's Brew here in a minute. But the Witch's Brew I brew as a tea with all its herbs on the stove in water, and then add that to the brew. Where this I put the herbs directly in. I think that one of the things is all the herbs being in here for the whole time.
Yeah.
Has really added to the
Johnny, you should
flavor.
pull that out.
What?
Oh, it's
done.
at the bottom there. Yeah. I think Happy Pete was definitely right about not using ground ingredients.
Yeah, I don't plan on using.
But you
I don't
didn't.
know.
But
They can be. You can use ground ingredients. I just think
you didn't use as much as I thought. As much as a flavor profile as I was getting from each sip. You didn't use. You said you used a. Oh, I'm not going to use that word that you used. Let's just say tablespoon.
Teaspoon.
Tablespoon.
Miss Country Pete made the notes and she put TSP, which she says means teaspoon.
How many tablespoons are in accounts? All right.
Table has a B in it, so it's TBSP. Teaspoon has no B, it's TSP.
Yes. 1 liter.
So what I would definitely do differently if I brewed it the exact same way, I might cut the ingredients in half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can always add spice later, right?
Yeah, I was thinking this. I was thinking when I brewed this, I'm being very conservative, and I think on some of them, I think 3. I don't think that. I think the
cinnamon sticks are not the problem. 3 cinnamon sticks
is not the problem.
Yeah, I've done that tons of times. That's not.
I think what I'll do is go to 1/3 of a teaspoon and 1/3 of a teaspoon, and then 10 cardamom pods. I think that's what I'll do next time. If I do it, I don't know if I'll do in primary fermenter again. I think I might be done with primary fermentation. I think I might be done putting herbs in. I read. I was going to put this in one of the things I did read in a bunch of the research I've been doing since I brewed this is that the reason people don't put herbs in the primary fermentation and they add them in the secondary fermenter is because all the bubbling and all that moving around takes a lot of the nose off of the herbs. A lot of the aromas are wasted because all that bubbling makes all the aroma go out, and you actually end up with the flavor is the same, but you've lost a lot of that.
Another reason to do it in secondary is just because if you haven't done something to sanitize the ingredients, adding them in secondary is a little bit safer because the brew is already very alcoholic. So you're not as worried about introducing like a bacterial contamination or something.
Country, when you add your ingredients, you think about did you add them raw or did you toast them?
Did not toast them.
Oh man, we should think about toasting cardamom, toasted cardamom, toasted cinnamon.
Ooh, I never even thought about that.
Talking about releasing the oils.
We were talking earlier today about smoking honey in my Traeger.
That's the plan we have. I think could work out because we always talk about honey would be a great medium to absorb.
It would absorb smoke. You need to get a flat pan though.
Well, we're gonna have to build your smoke so you get your blue smoke going because you don't want all that high carbon white smoke. That's gonna be disgusting. You want that nice blue. We'll go over it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for joining us. Like, comment, subscribe, and join the Discord because we're going to do some cool Discord stuff in the future.